Well, good evening, Julian. How are you?
I'm doing well, Tom. How about you?
Good. What we have Julian Gonzalez here, and what we're going to do is we're going to talk to Julian a little bit about his journey that he's had. Julian is 32 years old. He's had the times that he had in his life where he had some ups and he had some downs, and we'll get into that. And the first question I have for you, Julian, is back in high school, you had an incident, an experience that impacted your view on education. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, Tom. I had one experience. It was 11th grade where there was an assignment that needed to be passed out, and my teacher decided to make a joke to the class and basically say, "Pass out the assignments. That's all you're going to be in life is a paper boy." And I remember feeling just so humiliated, and it really changed my view on school to be humiliated like that. But it just didn't align with my learning style. That's what I realized. That's
So
all.
what they stated to you was, quote, Julian, you'll be nothing more than a paper boy, unquote.
Yes, sir.
I
That's
have a question for you. How did that make how did that make you feel?
it was it was very devastating as, being in 11th grade and having all my peers laughing at me. It made me feel unintelligent. It made me feel like I couldn't learn, like there was something like wrong with me. Um, yeah, it really affected me negatively.
Was this done in front of the whole class or was it done privately?
This was in front of the whole class.
In front of the whole class.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it all over just because I wasn't the best with my homework or I didn't turn in assignments like everyone else. The teacher took that as, I guess, insubordination when I would pass the exams. I didn't understand why I'm passing the exams. That's just the homework, passing the exam. But so I believe the teacher was just frustrated, and you know, it did impact me, yes, but there's also some motivation a little later on.
That would humiliate anybody. That has to be a bad experience.
It was.
What, now your father, though, he believed in you.
Yes.
He had a big belief in you. He had a big belief in your intelligence. Um, Somewhere along the line, he had to be an influence. Can I ask how he influenced you?
My dad, he was always really strong and pushing me to always do the right thing and to pursue education. And I was a bit resistant for a while, and until I was placed in a role as his caretaker. And one of his last requests was for me to go back to school. He saw the intelligence in me that I was not seeing, and I didn't go back to school, but I did the next best thing I could, and that was find IBM's learning program. And I feel like I made my dad proud. I really do.
He had to be a very good parent
He was
that
great
um,
man. He was.
that he had he believed in you and he instilled confidence, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Him, my mother. My mother always really drove how important it was to be kind to others and try to put yourself in other people's shoes before, maybe passing judgment on someone. And my sister is really resilient. I have a twin sister, and yeah, she's taught me a lot about resilience. Because she can fall and get right back up, and I really admire that about her.
So your mother and father had a lot of confidence in you,
Yes,
and your
absolutely.
sister helped you with the resilience. That's kind of interesting. Now, after your father had passed,
Mhm.
Somewhere along the line, you had your interest was sparked in artificial intelligence. Um, how did that happen?
All right, so that started with no code chatbots. I had seen an ad. I tried building them, but I was lacking, the foundational knowledge to really make them do cool things. So I started looking for courses for free online, stumbled across one of IBM's, I think it was an ad or something for free learning from IBM, and I took a course, and I believe it was intro to mindfulness, and then I went into artificial intelligence, and just the artificial intelligence course sparked a fire like I've never felt. Just excitement, just pure excitement.
It
Um,
grabbed you.
it did it, and I have no background in math or anything, and you don't need that. You just need the curiosity.
In a matter of about 11 months,
Mm.
you went from zero to hero. You learned, you took in a lot of information. How did you manage to learn AI in 11 months?
Up,
That's that's a short period. That's a short period of time for the amount of information that you have learned and taught
correct.
others.
It it was challenging. A big reason I was able to learn it so rapidly, I believe, is because I am disabled, so I have a lot of free time that most people don't. So I would dedicate roughly, minimum 8 hours a day to just taking classes and absorbing as much information as possible, but also, then practicing what I learned, when I wasn't learning. And just by doing those two in combination, I feel that is what helped me learn faster. Because I would learn something in the AI class, and then I'd go mess around with the chatbots and try and apply something I learned. And just that application really reinforced the knowledge I learned.
Okay, now through learning in the 11 months, that short period of time, in becoming an expert in artificial intelligence, how did you stay motivated to spend that much time studying, practicing, and doing it? What drove you?
Well, expert, that's that I'll use that term loosely, but what drove me was just, you know, this technology showed so much promise from the beginning, and it it can change people's lives. And I realized that when GPT-3 came out, how beneficial this technology was going to be, and just some switch flipped, and I knew I wanted to dive in to this AI, whatever it was at the time, and I just it was like I was blinded from everything else except from that topic, and I became obsessed. It's difficult to explain it. It's like when you first see a shiny new car that you've never seen before, and it drives by, and you're just wow. It was like that, and that's how I just kept.
Along the way, just in the last month, okay, you received IBM contacted you and you were named an IBM champion. To become a champion, there's a lot of work involved. You're at the top, you are in at the top in your field. You did this in 11 months. You were named an IBM champion, which is unheard of. What? How did you do that? Was there anything special that you did? And
Well,
what does it mean to you?
mm, well, one thing. I would recommend is getting involved with the community, like the tech exchange. Um, I I believe it was just getting as involved as possible, you know, in many aspects of IBM and trying to contribute what I had learned to others. And, I built a credential database for all free credentials and just trying to give back and being an IBM champion. I mean, still my hands kind of shake, knowing that it's the highest achievement I've ever received, and I can't wait to use the platform to help others, get to their learning goals and really promote this new way of learning. It's a very different way that IBM is doing things, and I really want to get that message out there.
Okay, now you had, I'm sure there were you had some challenges along the way. What do you suggest to someone that's facing similar challenges, such as with your learning with high school, with your father?
Yeah.
What kind of advice can you give them,
Well,
listeners?
there's always going to be obstacles, and during hardships, going back to, for example, the intro to mindfulness class, it teaches various strategies, and I would apply those, such as, breathing techniques when I was getting overwhelmed with, for example, quantum information class. That was very difficult for me, and I had to take breaks in order to kind of chunk the information into smaller bits so I could understand it. And that took a lot more breaks than the average person, but it's okay to take a break as long as you come back and you try again.
Yes.
And as long as you keep trying and you eventually have to pass, I mean, you can't just keep learning something and not pass. Eventually, I feel like it just clicks as long as you're willing to learn.
Was there ever any setbacks?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of setbacks.
How do you handle the stress and how do you handle the setbacks?
Setbacks, they were hard. I've initially took them very harshly, and there were a couple times where I wanted to give up, yes, and I just couldn't let myself. And as long as you tell yourself you're not going to give up no matter what, it's okay to fail. It's okay to not pass an exam or to, as long as you go and you try it again and you get back up and you keep trying until you pass it, that's how you get around the obstacle. You find a new way around it.
With artificial intelligence, it's moving at such a fast pace.
Oof.
It's changing daily. It's changing fast. How do you how do you keep up? How do you stay updated with the changes? Is there something special you do?
Well, LinkedIn is one really good resource to network with other individuals who may be publishing research papers. Semantic Scholar, Google Scholar. You can sign up for weekly newsletters, and that's how I get a lot of like prompt engineering research papers. Every week, I'll just get like 10 of them. I'll get to read through them, and then I get caught up for that domain for the week. And it's just about chunking all the information into smaller, more manageable bits. Um, and you can automate it through email.
Okay. What there has to be some excitement there. What keeps you excited? What excites you the most about artificial intelligence technology?
All the benefits it can bring to people of all different backgrounds, and some, for example, the assistive technologies that artificial intelligence enables is changing people's lives. And um, for example, a project I'm working on computer vision, and it's going to help people navigate. And that one example is just one of many. And agricultural uses, business, finance, it is going to change almost every domain in the workforce. Okay.
Okay. Um, how has your journey influenced your perseverance and resilience?
I learned to fall and get back up and keep doing it as many times. And it's not fun, but um, I learned that that's if there's any quote unquote secret, that's the secret. You get ready to fall, and when you fall, get ready to stand back up. And if you keep repeating that, you're gonna keep walking. You're not gonna fall back down. Eventually, it just don't give up. If there's one thing I can get across in this whole interview is whoever's listening, do not give up. Do not give up.
Have you had a mentor, a significant mentor or role model in your life? I know your girlfriend
Yes,
and
Jennifer.
yourself
Yes, my girlfriend
work together.
she was very helpful during all this schooling and learning, and it's difficult to balance personal life and all that learning, and it did help to have someone in my life that was supportive and understanding, and I got some support from my mom, and it support from you, Tom. Even your friendship throughout the past year. I met you on the tech exchange, and you've guided me quite a bit, and I'm very appreciative of that. So you also played
Thank you.
in this learning journey, and that's why I really think people should check out the tech exchange, because you might meet someone like Tom who's becomes your buddy.
It's kind of interesting. In a matter of a few short months, all of a sudden we became friends.
Yeah, and through the tech exchange, I mean, I read your bio, and it was so similar in certain ways to my situation that, and I'm sure you said the same when we first messaged each other. And I think the tech exchange is a great place for people to meet friends,
Y-
and
Yes, we learned from each other.
we did.
That's now I'm kind of following you, but
You'll be passing me up soon, Tom.
um, okay, there's down the road, what are your future goals with artificial intelligence?
And
Do
going
you have
back
any?
to a little bit earlier, I was talking about computer vision. So I'm working on technology specifically for blind and deaf patients to be able to communicate with them. That is one focus I really feel is it's essential. I mean, I can't imagine someone not being able to hear and communicate, or they're trapped, and they need at least some form of communication. So I'm working on that, as well as computer vision to aid in navigation for those individuals. So the long-term hope with this technology I'm working on is to provide some navigational assistance for the blind and deaf population. Um, they're very underrepresented, and I would like to also make technologies in general for underrepresented populations that may not have access to some of the resources that are needed to purchase these high-end, devices. And I want to make it more affordable to produce these
So
devices.
you like helping people, I
I
take it?
do. I do. Yes. I it brings me great satisfaction knowing that something I did benefited someone else. Like that's
Great.
a great reward.
We need more people like you in this world. What um what kind of message do you have for others trying to achieve their dreams? Do you have anything?
Big one. Follow your curiosity, and whenever you go, if you happen to check out the credentials and go with your curiosity, follow your intuition with your learning. That's what I did, and it worked out great for me. Trust your intuition, follow that, and you will go far, and don't give up.
And that doesn't just entail artificial intelligence.
No,
It
it's
entails technology
yes.
from one spectrum, from one end of the spectrum to another. Would I be correct in saying that?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Whether it's, data science, uh, quantum physics, everything is just don't give up. If it's tough, keep trying. Eventually, it's going to get easier. And yeah, it applies to all the technology domains. As long as you just keep at it, eventually things will click. And that's,
Now, okay. Now, Julian, I seen you on LinkedIn at 1 o'clock in the morning. I seen you on LinkedIn at 8 o'clock in the morning. I seen you in the afternoon. It didn't matter if it was Friday night, if it was Saturday. What techniques do you use to stay so focused and so productive? Is there some technique you have?
mindfulness. I got rid of a lot of social media. Um, that was a big distraction. Maybe turning off the notifications might help others, and setting like whatever time you're studying, just set it to where there's, no distractions that can,
Okay.
you know, that's my best advice. Just limit distractions.
Now I'm gonna go back on this. You had mentioned skills build class. That has brought IBM has that class, which is a free class
Mhm.
among many others. Is that correct?
Oh yes, there's
Okay.
I think like they're
I
at
just
around 100 plus courses on there. It's very extensive.
and there's no charge courses.
No, nope. I think I've taken a good amount of them, and I've never once paid a cent. Um,
Okay.
leaving some feedback is always a plus. I mean, if you wanna give something back, drop some feedback. I'm sure the learning team would appreciate that.
Okay. In your how do you handle any criticism and feedback in your professional life? Because I'm certain you get some criticism. How do you handle that?
Well, with criticism, at the beginning, I took it really harsh, and I did let it get me down. Now I've learned to just accept that some people have different opinions, and they're not all going to agree with me, and that's okay. And now I just kind of accept it, let it go, and move on to the next thing. It was kind of a process to get there. Just accepting that people have different opinions, and they're not all going to be like mine.
Okay. What another question for you, Julian. Okay, for the people just starting out in artificial intelligence, is there some advice that you have for those just starting out, starting their journey?
Yes, goes back to the curiosity. Stay curious. As long as you're curious, you'll find your own learning path. Um, potentially explore data science as a good entry point, because that'll set you up for a lot of the other domains, all kind of build upon, the data foundations. But just don't give up. That's like the number one thing. Never give up.
Okay. No, that pretty much wraps up everything I had to ask you. Is there any other comments that you have? Anything else you'd like to say?
Yes, I'd like to thank all the staff over at IBM that puts in the hours to make these courses and makes it accessible to people like myself and the millions of other people who are taking them. I know that these courses take a long time to create, and and develop. And it's very much appreciated for anyone in the background, in the back scenes, putting this together. Thank you. And Tom, thank you for your friendship and your mentorship through this process. You've really helped me a lot, and I it's all because IBM brought us together. And um, I hope to see everyone else on the tech exchange.
You'll be there.
IBM played possibly the biggest role. I mean, between all the extensive, even just the articles that would support the courses were very informative. There's a lot of support from the community. A lot of the champions when would rally around people who would get credentials. There's just so much support, and IBM played possibly the biggest role in my learning. Yes, and
And it's fun, isn't it?
yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. I want to stress that learning is fun. It can be, and if you're learning what you want to learn, you know,
Right.
and I think that IBM gives people that opportunity. So take advantage of it, and the future is right there. You just got to take the
I,
class.
IBM has a very good program. I would believe it's if you go to skillsbuild.com,
.org. Yeah, I think they changed it.
skillsbuild.org. Thank you. And there's also IBM training also,
Mhm.
where they have a lot of courses. That pretty much ends it from my end of it. I don't know if you have any questions.
Well, thank you so much, Tom, for taking the time
Well, thank you for joining us.
and it was a pleasure as always. And thank you, IBM, and I wish everyone the best in their learning adventure.
Great. Thank you, Julian.
Thank you, Tom.